And we are live. Alright, we'll give it like a minute and then we'll start. Maybe. Alright, let's do this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first episode of the Loadout for season 2024-2025. Today you have me, your host, Stearns, along with Case, Jordie, and Jayden. How are we going, boys? Plenty to talk about. Alright, so let's start at the top. There's been a lot of player movement this year, and as we get into the games tomorrow, we'll start with the main teams that have changed up a bit. So we might as well start, with the Thieves. They picked up Envoy, who returned, Scrappy, and the Man Hydra. They look dangerous early, boys. As we saw at the case on land, they were very, very good. I know it went late and the optic boys were a bit checked out, but they look very, very scary. Yeah, that's typical Australian for you. Correct. But you're not wrong when you say Avengers, because that team, just Scrappy and Hydra last year were just crazy. And to put them both on the same team with a hungry Ghosty who pretty much carried that team for the first half of the season last year before he found Pine Park, or lack of. Is it better? Apparently I got mic problem. Yeah. Is it better, Phil?
Scrappy as well. You saw in their 2v2, they were shit on everyone. So
yeah, and having obviously someone like Ghosty as well was fucking rated as a human UAV. So having someone like that for Hydra and Scrappy as well, I think it's going to go a long way for him.
Just quickly, boys, I realised that the lads couldn't actually hear you to start with, so I'll just fix that up.
Wow. Case of me have been firing off great points.
So just to catch you boys up, we were just talking about the first team. We were speaking about Thieves, as they made a few changes this year, and the boys were just giving their input. So
pretty much just adding that Envoy, even though he's probably not as flashy and as good as Hydra and Scrap, he's probably enables them to do what he does. Hydra and Scrap probably the best duo in the game at the moment with how they've been playing in their 2v2 S&D. And yeah, Ghosty as well. He was really good last year, as you added Stearns. I think even towards the end of the year, he was really good at EWC too. So,
and obviously he's like one of the key points to unlocking, Hydra and Scrap at the same time with his, vision and play call and whatnot. So,
yep. So let's move on to another team now. Another team that made multiple changes was Cloud9. Obviously, new team of the year. They were in New York last year. Losing Hydra was a big hole to fill, and they decided to go down the road of keeping Sib instead of the other two. So with Sib, you got Attach, Cramp, and Mac, who's back this year after a year off.
Mackie boy.
Which has been rumoured to be very good so far.
Oh yeah,
Well, he can't be worse than what he was at the case on. So
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, this team still has to prove it to me if they want to claim that 4th, 5th spot. There is very much some, lack of consistency there. You've got Sib who's going to fry. Sib, as you say, dropped the AC fucking whatever it was the other day. Like, pissing on the Genomates roster. Kremp has been slain in 8s, absolutely dominating, and you know what you're going to get from Attach. Pretty solid. So if Matt can get it together, these guys can be a serious, dark horse to push these top 3 teams.
Yeah, I feel like as well, like if they all are at their best on the same day, they're going to be extremely hard to beat.
Yeah.
They got 4 players that when they're all shooting, lights out, they're very hard to, kill.
What do you think of this team, Jordie?
Yeah, I agree. I think this team will do pretty well. Probably, I'd maybe say top 5, maybe.
Yeah, as I was saying,
I think they have that high enough ceiling to go top 5, and maybe even go for that top 4 spot.
And that being said as well, I'm not like 100% confident we're going to see that consistency.
yeah,
Like, I feel like they've got a lot to prove.
yeah. Another top 5-ish team that's made a couple of changes this year was Ultra. Obviously, losing Scrap is a massive hole, same as Hydra, but
Yeah, 100%.
picking up Ben Beans, who has changed his name to Marcel. He comes in every year, usually middle of the year, fries for a bit, does his thing. Maybe getting a start role in a team might give him a chance. You've got Jayden, who, the last 2 tournaments, Jordie literally showed why he's that highly respected in the community. And as well as Kleenex and Insight, you're going to get that consistent good placing and win the games they should. So that team is also another one highly recommended early in the year, and be interesting to see how they gel.
Yeah. Sure.
I think a new look Toronto with no Scrapper or Dylan Envoy. Obviously 2 great players. So picking up Jordie, I think his ceiling's absolutely high. Even Jacob's been on the record and said that he's a kid who's just learning the game. He just lives and breathes COD. Coming up from ranked in Vanguard, that was your prime Stearns. He just loves the game. And he was unreal at EWC. He'll find all the ratty shit, the wall bangs, all the nade spots and stuff. So I think this is a really good roster. And Beans, it's not Marcel anymore. It's actually Skadoosh. So shout out Kung Fu Panda. I think his Marcel account got banned as well. So
I've got no idea what he's going to be called.
Just frying.
Still Beans to me.
So, Benny Beans.
Shut up, Panda.
Say off the bat as well, as an Optic fan, I absolutely hate Beans. Like, I don't think there's anyone in the league I hate more than that guy. But that being said, though, he's shooting absolute lights out at the moment and looks very impressive. So he's probably going to have a big year. And what Case was saying about Joey as well, I reckon he could be, in that top echelon of players in the league at his ceiling. So, yeah.
By the way, I've got him in fantasy, so.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
But yeah, and obviously Kleenex and Insight, you just know what they're going to bring.
Kleenex just every year just makes me think he could be the best player in the world, and then just plateaus. Like he hits that point high at the start of the year where he just fries, and then just kind of goes on a straight path.
Well, it's also hard when you're playing next to the GOAT Scrap, so it'll be interesting
well.
to see how he goes now without obviously him in the lineup.
Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, this is going to be a fun one because I want to hear Case's opinion on this team, and it is the Minnesota Rocker. They have Geo, Paul X, Nero, and their fourth was
Estrel.
What do you think of this team, Case?
Yeah, honestly, this team on paper is fucking dog shit. I don't know how these boys are going to get a kill outside of Geo kill whoring and Nero running rampant, but if Nero's not dropping numbers, I think this team gets shit on, honestly.
The same as last year. Nero dropped 50 and they win.
Yeah, Nero's a
Even when
massive
Geo
X
was
factor.
dropping huge numbers, like they still wouldn't fucking win. Like, Geo and Paul have been playing together a bit, and Esther, like they all like each other, so they might gel and could potentially snag some games. But I don't think that many teams like playing them just because they don't really play for the win. Like Vegas last year, many teams went on the record saying that they're not really playing for the win; they're just playing for their fucking stats and to get a spot next year. So
to get a good line man card.
Yeah, pretty much. That gets you a spot, apparently.
Yeah, well, Geo has that raw talent, but everyone doesn't like the way he plays, and even Hydra calling him out at the case on land was pretty interesting. Nero is definitely the X factor on this team. He's just got so much talent and such a machine when it comes to frying, and then had an absolute machine flying, but then he'll just do a random thing and run mid and just get gunned in a search map 5 and cost them a game. Like, he just brain fades so much. Estrel showed a little bit last year. He played pretty well for a shit team that never really had a chance, but I just haven't seen enough of him in a decent kind of group to prove anything. Looney reckons they're going pretty well in scrim, so we'll see. Paul X is the interesting one for me. He's had the chance, he's gone down, he's come back, played really well at EWC. I reckon he's been grinding his dick off. He's like 16th in the top 250 or whatever. He could be an interesting
Shout out
one.
his pick.
What's that?
Shout out his pick on the COD.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, oh my god, rash vest. It looks like me if I tried to put a small t-shirt on. Okay, we'll move on from the Rocker then. We'll go to the next one. We'll bring up Carolina. Carolina have TJ and Gwyn from last year and have added Slasher and Vivid on the second AR. Jordie, start us off.
Bit biased because I really enjoyed Slasher at FaZe. And I hope that his leadership could lead them somewhere, but I don't know. Gwyn last year was alright. He's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this team. It's a bit weird. Slasher could lead them, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think this team's very weird. They've pretty much got 3 subs in a AR heavy game, pretty much. Like there's a lot of lanes where ARs can hold and do really well. So I'm not sure how Vivid goes on an AR. I heard that. I heard a rumor that he was an AR back in challenges.
Yeah, originally when he got picked up, I think he was an AR.
Originally, but I've also been heard that they're getting shit slammed. But on the contrary to that, I think they'll be a great S&D team. Slasher and Tej are probably two of the best S&D players in the game. Gwyn can go rogue, and Vivid is a first blood machine. I remember him on MW 2019. He was just getting, it was pretty much just they could win a surge, and that's about it because of Vivid. So, yeah, what do you reckon, Stank?
Yeah, pretty much what you've said. Like, the team doesn't fill me with a whole heap of confidence. Like, I agree with the S&D. I feel like they're going to be very dangerous on there. But like respawns, if you look at some of the other teams, they're just, I don't know. They're going to need someone like Gwyn to absolutely fry to be like half competitive in the respawns, I think. And, you know, I don't know how often that's going to happen either. So they don't fill me with a heap of confidence, but they've got a lot of experience there. So it'd be interesting to see how they go.
How many fucking points you got?
I'd dead set agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they might win a search, but they've still got to win a respawn to win the series.
So my take on this is they're probably my most interesting team outside the top 5, 6. I think they've got a lot of potential, and I think they've got the keys to, like, they've got the experience with Slasher. TJ's been there and done it. They could push a Sunday here, or like make a good run in a tourney. I feel like they just don't. They have a pretty tough run. Like, in their whole run for the season, they got a pretty tough run. So they might like be pushing that mid kind of pack to make the challenges, the champs. But I don't know. I'm interested to watch them. I want to see how they came first. And mate, if Gwyn can produce half the stuff he did last year, he's very handy because he can play.
I have them not making champs, by the way.
You have them not making. Yeah, that's fine.
I'd agree.
They have
with
a tough
that.
run.
I mean,
I feel
think I'm
like
in
they
the
do,
same
but
boat.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I feel like, yeah, like as we said before, like Sneds and D, they're going to be good, but respawns, I just don't think they're going to be up to it.
Next, we got an interesting one. Vamos. Rest in peace, Vickle. Retired during the week. Yeah. Didn't want to play a sub. Wanted to go back and study. Fair enough. Do your thing, kid. He's only 21. You never know. He's one of the best 48 players in the world. Apparently, he was in the league. So, but they've left Vickle out. They've gone with Real, who they had at the end of last year. Medals and Lucky, and Rencor has now joined the starting lineup with Super as a sub. Any thoughts on this one, Case?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same team minus Vickle, add Rencor, and I think that's a huge improvement for them. Not saying Vickle's bad, but I really like Rencor, especially last year in challenges. He was frying in EU, and I'm really happy Super got a look in on the bench as well. I think he's deserving of a spot. Can't really think of any other.
Visa issues, so he might not be here just yet. But
it doesn't matter. He's on the bench anyway. But yeah, I really like this roster. First up, off the bat, they're super fast paced. This game suits him. I think Real might be a really tough kill this year. You saw him on Carolina last year, was pretty dog shit, and then he moved over and he was really good. So maybe it's the Spanish comms, maybe he's not playing with Clay. I'm not sure, but I really like this team early up, and I think they might cause a few upsets early.
Yep. Either of you two have anything to say about this team?
None.
More, like, inconsistently dangerous would be the way I'd put it. Like, a lot of games they're probably not gonna do a whole lot, but I feel like when they're firing, they've got a lot of dangerous players, so they're, on their day they're gonna do alright.
And obviously we'll quickly touch on Vegas. Obviously we don't know much about them. I've heard that they do shoot so far in scrims. They shoot pretty well. The 10 chem quite isn't there with learning the game, etc. But you never know. They might come and upset a couple of these lower teams, and I kind of hope they do alright. Coach Clay's going to have them whipped and ready in shape. So
yeah, honestly, they're probably the team I'm most interested to have a look at, because I don't think I've seen one bit of gameplay from any of them.
I haven't seen EWC last year, and
like, I didn't even watch them then, to be completely honest.
One of them's a ranked demon.
Yeah.
That's
That's the only thing I've really seen was one of them just climbing the ranks in the top 250.
They won an elite last year in the EU, so
Yeah,
they're not pushovers.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out early tomorrow morning. So
They're cemented 12th. Like, let's not shoot.
yeah, no,
they're not making champs. They'll hardly win a fucking
We
game.
haven't talked about Boston yet.
That'll come up. You'll see in the tier list as well. But
yeah, they'll be whacking the same pinata, I reckon.
Well,
they'll be fucking down there.
we're talking about fucking shit cans, Boston.
What you need to say, really?
Yeah, Snoopy, Purge, Big Wake, and Cammy.
I actually don't understand this, because they're running it back with the team that they had last year, and they were fucking terrible. Like,
Yeah, like literally.
I get you can't get any worse.
It wasn't even the team they had. It was just the team that took DWC.
Yeah, I know, and they didn't do too bad, but like, this team, it's a challenger squad. Like, let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
Awakening sucks, Cammy sucks, Purge is just. He's just getting bounced around everywhere. I feel bad for him because I actually had him Rookie of the Year last year on my Vegas. Shout out Vegas. But yeah, I'm not sure. Cammy, he's not. Coldwell Cammy's not coming back. Like we need to let this shit go. I think.
That was a fucking good year, but yeah,
Sounding Awakening's not back either. Like we can't EQ on here.
Purge is
The only one I really like is Snoopy.
yeah.
I think he's got some shotty like behaviour. He's
He
got good
does,
tendencies.
but
He
he's
just needs
just-
to learn.
Ugh.
And yeah, I can see why people don't like him, but I think he's got a really good upside. And once he starts getting that tendencies right, I think he'll be unstoppable. He's really good at search too.
Yeah. No, he is.
Do you want anything
Jordie,
on that?
anything like
Nah, nothing for me. Dog shit team.
Yeah.
that? So we got a couple more. We got our Gentlemates, or LAG Gentlemates, Gorillas, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, all of the above.
So yeah, that's Kismet, Skies, Priester, and Linz. It's literally a B grade New York subliners trying to get that French connection, and he just ain't Hydra, buddy. So I don't know.
Hydra.
Yeah, this is we've got the old squad, but we've got the old squad at home kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
like we want the old subliners squad. Oh yeah, we've got it at home, and it's just these fucking shit games. Like
it's like the Lakers playing without LeBron and AD.
yeah, and they pick up LeBron's son and play him.
Yeah, it's mental to me.
I think Drew, D-Real and Mikey B as coaches, I think they'll
Yeah.
mesh well together, and
They definitely have a good coaching squad.
that like they know how to control Priest and Skies. Priest is back, I think.
I've heard he's been frying. Like this
He-
game.
He's always been good. He's
Yeah.
always been good. In the CDL era, he's been a really serviceable player, but unfortunate events the last few years, especially last year, on a very, very bad team. And if you can't buy kills and your subs don't know where to rotate to or where they're spawning, like, it's just really lost hope. And the game can feel like you're playing 150 points down already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely like gonna be their difference too. Like if he's playing well, I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier for everyone else on the team to, do what they need to do. So I think, like, honestly, he could be their most important player.
Yeah.
If he's frying, it makes it easy for everyone.
Obviously, we've got Optic and FaZe. They haven't changed. FaZe
One shit one isn't.
FaZe was looking at
Talk about that in the
changing,
list.
but winning AWC, I think they stuck together.
Yeah,
Um,
Celium just went red boss though.
Yeah, Celium stats are just insane, and as everyone says, like you trade, like you get rid of him and get someone else to fix whatever's going wrong with him, and you instantly make someone else better, like way better.
It's just the difference though. Like they've been a team together for 5 years
Yeah.
now. Like the same three, like give or take, they're fourth. But like changing a main AR is not gonna completely change like the way you play or the way that those three play together. Like they're still gonna act the same and stuff. So I think Sal knew he had a chip on his shoulder. He wasn't he wasn't up to expectations of what we all believe the superstar is last year, and then he showed us why we were all dumb at EWC, and they got away with the win and cash.
Yep. And obviously Optic are on the back. They won champs. Their team can't get much better.
We can talk about them in the tier list, but
Yeah.
not much has changed. So
I think we covered all the teams so far.
Shotty team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got obviously like there's a few players and challenges pushing to make some things, and I won't be surprised if there's a few early changes. Hook's obviously the man. He's everyone's man right now. Illy coming
Someone
back.
pick that man up.
Oh man, someone pick him up. Like
Hook and Pope.
Someone needs to, mate. The way
oh,
he's
yeah,
playing
actually
at the
there's
moment,
one
it
team I
does.
forgot. Seattle, Vancouver.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So
Boys.
we did.
they've gone they've kept 04 and a Boozer, which is decent pair. 04 started to get it towards the end of the year, and he's a terrific search player. A Boozer just does a Boozer things. He's godlike. And they've gone with Nasty, who finished the year off quite well with 100 Thieves. LAT, he played really well. And then they picked up Hicksy from Challengers after a year in Challengers after playing with Ultra the year before. This team is interesting. They've brought Hicksy and Nasty in to kind of like, it feels to settle the team down, because last year they were just run, gun, no game plan, just bang it out, try to win with pure gun skill. You had Hook and Brozzy doing their thing, and they brought these two in, but apparently they're still playing the same kind of way, which just doesn't, I don't see suiting Nasty or Hicksy at all.
Yeah, I agree. I personally don't like Hicksy. I don't know.
Well, he hasn't showed to be a good enough player in the CWO even when he was on Toronto. Like, he was dropping 0.6s and like, yeah, you win, but you'd rather them not drop a 0.6, like,
Yeah.
obviously. And like at that point, you're pretty much costing your team. Like, you drop a 0.6, but like, even if you play the right way, like Purge was doing, you're still getting shit on. So
Yeah.
100%.
So that's all our teams coming into the year. There've been one lot of challenger stuff. Obviously, Hook's team won the North American. The same old APAC boys won the APAC one. Setsy, Fighter, Shocks, and Luca, was it?
Luca's not playing.
It was, I don't know, Crimson or one of them.
Is it Crim? Yeah, it's Crim.
Crimson. You know, they just keep winning the money. They do their 9 to 5 job. Come back, piss on kids at night. Easy
Painters.
money for them, yeah.
Been at the top for a very, very long time now too.
Yeah, they're just, they're just always going to be the dominant ones here until people show that. It's hard. You had Pred that come out, but no one else really puts their foot out.
Yeah.
So it happens. EU was Bounce and that. Standard Bounce.
Benza, Harry. Yeah, they're a good team.
Yeah. Good. Mythics, wasn't it? Was it Mythics?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mythics
Yeah,
is
Mythics.
another one they've been talking about over there is quite good. With the Super and all them kind of people, so we'll see. Next, we will. Do you want to go straight into the tier list?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
Good up.
We've already talked about the team, so we can quickly touch what we
Yeah.
think and
Don't think there's any argument about who the first one will be. So we can just put them there.
what,
I
number
reckon
12?
I reckon there might be a bit of an argument.
Do you reckon?
What
Yeah.
first?
Yeah,
Are we
so-
first or
on the board.
12th? Because 12th is cemented.
No way.
Okay, well, here's my tier list, as you can all see. First of all, we're going to do we'll win an event. Second tier is the top 4 chance. Third tier is might make a Sunday. Fourth tier is possible champs qualification. Then we got dog shit, and then we got Vegas. So
You know where Vegas are going.
I think we can just put Vegas straight in Vegas. No one's really, no one's really kind of worried about that. We all know what's going to happen. We don't expect much.
Yeah.
Excited to see him play, see
Yeah.
what they bring. Apparently they just run at you, as a few boys were saying on their podcast. But excited to see Xnid and what he can bring. He was really good at EWC by the stats. But
Maybe something
Again-
similar to like how sorry to cut you off. Something
you're right.
similar to like how Miami last year sort of like started off a bit slow and then they sort of got like these new maps and then they started playing well and sort of dominating the top teams. Maybe, I don't know, could happen, but you just never know.
It's an interesting one as well because I think all of them are going to have some sort of chip on their shoulder because this is a team that's going to have an unlimited bankroll. So like after one established year in the league, like they could potentially buy out anybody they want to.
Oh
if,
yeah, they've got
like,
the money.
options there. So like it could very quickly over a couple of years become a super team very quickly. So I feel like some of these guys have really got a point to prove while they've got their chance.
just quickly, can we run through how many games we reckon they'll win for the year?
I said 3. I reckon 3.
Yeah, I'd say maybe 4, 5.
Yeah, I think 3.
I'm going. They're breaking the record. They're beating Boston last year and they win and 1. That's it.
It's probably fair too, to be
One
honest.
series.
Yeah, look, like I'm giving him 3 to.
Trying to be hopeful,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
I think they're just an unknown.
How
Like
long
they're
before
been playing
Vegas
EU
starts making
challenges.
changes? I don't know. I think they're pretty content
question,
on
Huey.
seeing where they go to start with. They've made it pretty clear that they want to run these boys first, but like, why wouldn't you throw money at Hook and Illy
Yeah,
and that
that-
sort of stuff and just
if they do shit in the first major, I reckon they 100% go for it. If not both, at least Hook or Illy.
yeah,
I think if they're making one change, they got to make 2 or 3.
yeah, they're gonna
Like,
make 2 or
yeah.
3.
you can't just throw Hook in with 3 Saudis. Like, not
Yeah.
being racist,
you
but
need,
you
you
can't-
need like some sort of communication in there.
I know the X-Nid is like cracked, so but
It also concerns me as well though, because like obviously Clace is their coach, and I think from what I heard, I think 2 of them might have like decent English skills.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It'd just be interesting to see how the communication sort of goes with it, but yeah.
Could we see a team of like X-Nid, Hook, Illy, Clay?
Clay's
Clay
not
for-
coming back. He
fights
needs
his
to.
way in.
We need to get rid of this Clay coming back shit. He's been
Yeah,
fucking terrible.
by the way, he'd be on a absolute bankroll over there. I don't think
Oh,
he
yeah.
needs to do
Which-
anything.
Which is
but-
fine.
yeah.
If he wants to do the coach, he can. But
And
I'm a Clay fan. I know a few people on the call here aren't, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love Clay. I think he's like going to be a seriously good coach in the long run too.
Lemon Soft, what do you reckon?
Who?
Um,
Oh, Jordie.
yeah, I don't know. I think this team, as I said before, if they do shit in first major, they throw some money at like Hook and Illy before these other teams. Because I feel like, apart from maybe Boston, the other teams don't really need to change straight away.
Mm.
Clay coming back? What do you reckon?
No, he's not coming back. He's done.
Again, I also reckon though that Hook's potentially going to be on a roster before the first major, whether that's as someone picking him up as a sub just in case, or like like there's a lot of rosters out there that could use him.
But there's also a
I'm
lot
back with
of,
that.
lot of rosters that don't put subs on. Most of them have coaches. They don't want to pay the extra money. They're going to
I
pick
think
him up.
with
They're
that-
going to pick him up.
I think that the way he's playing though, it's a bit different.
Yeah, you
Like-
want him as a sub, wouldn't you? You want to lock him down, but
He's literally just a fail-safe at the moment. Like the way he's playing, mate. If anyone they have concerns about, he's just there, ready to go.
okay. So the next thing on our list, I think we just put Boston straight in dog shit. Any arguments?
That's almost generous, to be honest.
I think 11th is I think that's where they are. Their team
Yeah.
is just there's no upside here at all,
No.
except for Snoopy maybe, but that's not going to help the team.
Like they're hanging on for dear life not to be down there with the Falcons. To be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah. This team's got worse than it was last year. And they won 2 games last year. Like,
I'm literally leaving the top tier for the last 3 teams because I know we've all got different opinions and we're gonna discuss that. So,
It's all right, Case. We got this.
do we have anyone else?
I think you like my opinion.
Do we have anything else in dog shit?
Give
Yeah,
me a
I
quick
do.
look.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
got.
I think I do as well. Yeah.
Rocker?
Yeah.
I've got Minnesota Rocker in there.
Yeah, Rocker.
Top
I
of
think
dog
they,
shit.
They're in dog shit.
No, I'm happy with that. I don't think they're
I've
making champs.
got them 10th.
I don't think they're making champs. They'll win a few games, but they'll also lose a lot of just shit games.
And like, I don't think Miami are that far off there. Like, I think they got a lot of potential, but like,
I
they're
think
not.
Miami are
far.
definitely possible champs qualification, just for the fact they have a pretty good run.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, true.
Their run
yeah.
is a lot better than say Carolina, who I think are on par with them, kind of
Yeah.
ability wise, but they have a lot more favoured schedule than others. I think
Yeah.
also possible champs is Carolina.
Yeah, I'd agree. Put them in there.
Yeah, I have them possible champs as well.
And I'm happy to put Vancouver in there as well.
Yeah.
Is it anyone else?
Yeah, we can. I think they could even be pushed up to a low. Might make a Sunday. I think a bruiser on this team just yeah, he's the X factor here. He'll take charge of this team, and I think Hixie Nasi duo brings good chem, but I'm not sure they upgraded at all with getting rid of Hook and Brezzy, was it? I think that team was fine as it is. They went really good at EWC.
Yeah, I don't have a
A
problem.
lot of fans were going to Bowling Rambo saying we should run it back with the same team, but that's just me.
And I'm happy to put Gentle Mates in my Maker Sunday as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think they will. I feel like it's hard to say because obviously they've got three pretty experienced players, and I feel like at least like one major, they're probably going to go on a little bit of a run just because of their experience.
I think it all relies on kids. He's a big thing this year. Like, his Modern
Catch-all,
Warfare
mate.
2 to Modern Warfare 3 was light and day.
Yeah.
Like, difference. And if you can find any...
He's not in the chat. We can chill. He's not good, mate. He's not good.
Oh, no.
As I said before, Priest is their hope.
Mm.
Honestly.
I think Linz has upside too. I think
Linz does.
second year, I think he'll take over.
I have a very good, yeah. They have like a very
This team's making champs. If they don't make champs, Kismet is retiring and Skies is going back to Mexico because this team's making champs.
The next tier, I think Cloud9, I think Ultra just above them.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're the two teams.
Yeah. I think Ultra's top fourth here, and I think Cloud9 fifth, just with the way they've been going at scrims, and I like their team dynamic too. So shout out the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Ultra's team, honestly.
Mate, Jordie, I fucking love Jordie.
Like, I'm actually very excited to watch them play because they've got like a genuinely very good team on paper, and if they all gel well together, then they're going to be extremely hard to beat.
I know that's hard for you to say with your hate for Ben Beans.
I know, mate, but
they complement each other so well. Like, Insight's main fault is always too slow, but you got Beans on the other hand who's like super quick and can pick up everything like that.
Yeah.
And then you got Joey D who's like, oh, I might go a bit rogue, but you've also got CleanX who's like gonna go that too, or Joey D might slow down and play for a pick, whereas CleanX is just gonna run at you. So I really like this team, and I think if they click outside the game, it'll translate to inside. So
it's hard to see them being bad. Like, really is.
And then we got the next, sorry.
Here we go.
Who I will think will win an event, or have definitely the chance to win an event.
I mean, they're in the top tier. All three of them. FaZe, Optic.
I think Thieves is the obvious one. Put in there straight away. Like, I think they're going to win an event, probably more. I reckon they probably win at least 2.
I'd be surprised if they all don't win at least 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think FaZe this year. This is their year. If they want to cement themselves as one of the greatest teams ever, they have to show. And what better to do it against two great teams in Optic and Thieves. So personally, I have FaZe number 1. They've been the best team for the last 5-6 years in the CDL era. Even when they were United, with that core roster of Simp and Abizi, I think they deserve to be number 1, and I don't think there's any question about it.
Yeah,
I tend to agree with you just for the fact that for the last 5 years they've literally been the top of every regular season. They just dominate the regular season every year, and for some reason just lose the plot on a Sunday. But I feel like Draza was the right piece for him. He pulls them together. They just need to get over that hump and close the series out when it comes to it.
And for how long and how consistently good this team's been, they should have won a hell of a lot more than what they have. Like they always, I can't remember what podcast was saying it, but I was listening to it today, and they literally, when the game first starts, they're the team that always creates the meta, and they just adapt to the new game so quickly and so efficiently. And then usually it's everyone following their lead and basing a lot of their game plans around what they do at the start. So
the one I'm interested in is Optic this year. do they become complacent? Do they believe in this champs curse too much that they can't do what they did last year? Because that major 4 was abysmal after they won major 3.
It was bad. It was
They
so bad.
dropped the bundle majorly and then come out at champs and fried. So even though it was a home champs, they still come out and fried, and they nearly lost to Thieves, but after that they just steamrolled everyone. So
Yeah. I think they've got one guy on their team that's probably not going to allow that to happen. And that's your boy Sterner. Kenny, I don't
Yeah.
think he will allow them to get complacent. I do, on that note, though, I think they will start somewhat slow. I feel like they're the kind of team with the way they play gets better as the year goes on. The way they sort of figure things out more. So it wouldn't surprise me over the first couple of majors if, it's the typical Optic. On their day, they'll just smash 3-0 anybody, and then, they'll lose to, I don't know,
It's-
they get 3-0 by the Ravens on the same day, mate. Like, it's just how they are.
This game obviously suits Shotzi to a T. Like, Shotzi's going to run right. I feel like Dash is still going to shoot straight. He's still going to be the big man. You're going to get pop-off games from Kenny and some average games from Kenny. It's just how it is. Pred's a real interesting one, whether he can continue to give what he's given the last 12 months with that bullish kind of game style.
He's going to be big this year, for sure.
Personally, I think Optic above LA Thieves.
I agree.
Just on my opinion. This isn't even based on what they've done this year. Like, they lost the K-Sign 20, but we're forgetting that they absolutely fried them in the winners final too. So it's a bit of hand in hand. And I think, like, if you're just coming off a champs win, I think you deserve to be 1 or 2 at least. What was I going to say? About the major 4, like, we could say the same thing about phase 2 at champs. Like, they shit the bed. But that's at the biggest time of the year. Like, no one cares if you shit the bed major 4 because you've got champs coming up.
Yeah.
Whereas champs is the be all end all. Like, if you don't win champs, then it's a fail. So, I think Shotzi, this game suits him so well. Pred compliments him so well. He's just a little ratty. He'll be laying down. He'd be doing the shit where people lay down, you can't see it. You'd know that from ranked play stands. People lay down, you can't even fucking see them.
Yeah.
Or you can't shoot at him because your gun fucking kicks up.
It's all from Shotzi clips.
Yeah, he's looked final. Just
I'm happy to leave it like this, but I will say I feel like it will be different by the end of the year. I feel like
I agree.
LA
I agree
Thieves
with that.
are gonna probably be the best team this year, just for the simple fact of Hydra and Scrap. It's crazy. But
The thing is, the chip's on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, and that's why I feel like kind of plays into Optic's hands a little bit as well, because at the end of the day, they're the fucking OG super team. So.
But as we get into the matches during the week, there's going to be a nice match on Monday morning for us, Sunday over there, FaZe and LA Thieves, and that's going to,
big.
I'm excited for that.
That's going to be a big start to the year.
Yeah, just quickly before we get into that as well, I think every single series that Optic and the Thieves play this year are going to be absolute bangers.
Yeah.
Just for all those both two teams play with each other so much, like when they're doing eights and just playing rank play and all that. I just feel like it's just going to be heated every single minute of the series.
Yeah, Scrappy's not going to shut his mouth all year. I don't think Scrappy's going to be fucking more.
I don't think all 8 of them are going to be having their mouths closed much, to be honest with you.
I feel like Hydra's coming to every show too and starting to mouth off, which is just crazy for the league.
He's going to get savage out of them all, mate.
He's been going at Geo.
Oh, mate. Literally just
that Geo clip is fucking funny.
The quickest reaction of all time.
Either. You don't give a fuck. Just back on Optic, I think Kenny just he helps the whole team out. Even though he's probably not getting much hill time or getting many kills, you probably saw on the scrim, he's getting absolutely fucking fried. I think the way what he brings to the team in comms, he's a bit like a Dan Ghosty, probably not in that main AR role, but he's always directing. He's not just calling out, he's directing what the team should do. And Brandon, I think you should do this. Kenny,
his small talk's some of the best I've ever heard in the league. Like, it's genuinely fucking insane the way he can command them and tell, like, just small talk about things he's doing and just calling out where they are or who killed him.
Yeah. He definitely brings the other three back down a little bit, which is a good thing, because I feel like if they get in there, it's too much, then it could be either really good or really bad really quickly.
It'll be interesting to see where this tier list is after Major 1.
There'll be a bit more Graham Wall up there, I reckon.
There'll probably be another team down dog shit. But
Just back on Thieves as well. The FaZe LA Thieves rivalry still going to be huge with Draws and Scrap, obviously. So yeah, those matches are going to be insane. I can't wait for that match coming up. We're going to speak about that soon, but
yeah.
it's going to be unreal.
So we'll go into the matches now. So we'll start on Saturday morning our time, which is about 8 hours away. But the first match is Gorilla Mage vs Rocker, which it does look a bit like a snooze fest, but it's actually going to be interesting to see how will Genomates play as a team, and whether Rocker can actually hang with a team that you think is middle pack to start with.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a stomping, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel
I'm the opposite. Go Stan, sorry. My bad.
I was going to say, I feel like it's going to be a 5-game series. Early. It's going to be... Rocker's probably going to bang out a hard point and just front, bang the hill and win. I feel Genomate's going to win the search. And probably get a respawn, and it's going to come down to the last search. I feel like Genomate's win, but I feel like it's going to be an interesting series. Most matches aren't good, like most maps won't be close, but it'll be a close series.
Touching it quickly, I think this will be a really close game. Not so much that Gorillas absolutely or Genomates absolutely annihilate the team in skill, but I think Rocker just that ratty, and the start of the game they wouldn't have been scrimming together. Like Rocker don't play the traditional way. Geo loves to play for a freebie, and yeah, I just think that this could go either way, and it's going to be really close at the end of the day. So, or they could get flogged. Like it's literally one or the other. I think it's either going to go to 5 and it's going to be banger, or Gorillas just P-Dog just his final and just fucking rapes them. So,
What's your pick?
What do you reckon, Jord?
I think this is going to be a stomp. I'd probably maybe I'll give him one. I'll give him one.
I was going to say 3-1.
I reckon 3-2 LA.
I'm going Rocker. I'm going 3-2 Rocker.
Alright. Next one.
Good odds too, quietly.
Gonna be we'll get to that soon.
Just skip this
Next
one.
one's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be a stomp. I feel like 3-0, 3-1 maybe. They might fucking fluke a search or some shit, but Optic.
That being said though, man, if Optic come out slow,
yeah, I feel like Optic are just too good though.
yeah.
They always start slow on map 1 hardpoint every fucking time.
Yeah.
Literally.
We spoke about it, Jayden, in private, but every fucking time, they just they're always 100 points down. They did it on Skid Row last year. They would start good side, they'd flip, they'd lose 100, and they'd somehow beat some not too bad teams. So that's just the Optic freaking recipe, mate.
Just quickly, we'll also be doing a tipping for the loadout, so we'll keep you updated with that with our shows. It'll be quite interesting to see how the season goes.
Yeah.
We do game wins and map selection. Your game has to win for your map selection to count, and we'll keep everyone updated. So the tips.
Are we gonna have Lewis in here to stomp us like last year, or what?
Yeah.
Lewis will be in here.
All the boys can join. And the next match is quite interesting. I'm actually really keen for this match.
Really good.
I'm keen for that, honestly.
I'm keen for Vegas and Carolina. I'm keen to see what Vegas turns up with. I feel
Imagine if they come out and take the first game, mate.
No. They'll win the search if they win anything, but...
Just imagine.
They can take the first game, but they're not fucking winning the series.
Nah, Carolina do win. I'm just keen to see Vegas on the main stage, playing a game, see what happens.
I'm keen to hear the comms.
Well, we'll get to that
Couldn't-
soon. I've actually got a
couldn't
funny
be-
thing about that.
Couldn't be any worse than fucking last year.
I think someone brought it up. I think it was on Scrap Time. Might have been JCap. He said that later on in the week Vegas plays Miami, and it could be the first game ever that both listen-ins are not English.
I think that's subtitles.
Mate, I don't even know why they cut to the fucking listens. It's
So
genuine gibberish.
I do.
I mean,
have-
I guess it'd be good for like other countries that are watching from like say Spain or
I do have Carolina winning 3-0. Anyone?
yeah.
3-0. Pissed off.
3-0.
DoorDash, they call it, don't they, Stern?
Yeah, DoorDash. And the
Shout out
last match
DoorDash.
on the day is Atlanta and Toronto. This is going to be a banger.
I think it is going to be very good. I think obviously FaZe going to be too strong in the end. Maybe like a 3-1, at worst a 3-2, but they'll definitely win. But
I feel like
feel like
Toronto
I'll
show up
check
though.
them out.
I feel like Toronto show
I-
up.
I think this will be a lot closer than what people think it will be.
I think it
I
goes to
don't,
5.
I don't know. I don't know because as I was saying before, FaZe are the team to watch at the start of every game, and I feel like they're going to be like just the way they're coached and the way they strategize for a new game. They just come out like a house on fire every year. So
If this
I'll be
goes to 5,
surprised.
I'd be nervous for Toronto. I mean, for FaZe.
Yeah.
I think Toronto.
Do you know what? This is why I'm picking Toronto 3-2.
ooh,
It's probably not a bad call. I'm going FaZe 3-1. I was going to
Yeah.
do 0, but
I'll go
3-1.
3-1 FaZe.
I'll say 3-1, but I reckon the games will be very close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good call, I think.
Not that that matters.
The next day we got Heretics and Falcons.
Spicy.
This, I feel like
That's
Heretics are still
I'm
going to
on
be too strong and going to win 3-0. I'm interested to see how Renko goes. I want to see him farm. I want to see him show his potential just by shitting on shitters.
This might be the quickest head bash you might ever see. I think if they pick like a rewind or something, this could be like just head bash.
If they
like-
play Skyline, React would have 50.
No, I think everyone might drop 50 if they freaking head
Have we ever
bash like
spoken about the match yet? I just remembered. I'm
Oh
angry.
yeah, we're getting
that.
there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
we'll get that at the end.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, Miami at stomping.
but
these
yeah,
guys.
Miami
Fuck
3-0.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0.
Everyone happy with that? Yeah. Rocker and Boston. This is
Oh,
the shit cup. And I feel like Rocker will win this piss easy too. And
This is.
They're not
I'll
good.
grab a shower. I reckon, Cerner.
this is going to be
Yeah,
torture.
Funnily enough, speaking of Rocker, they are not favourite for this game, which is I think absolutely crazy.
Pardon?
Absolutely crazy, but
Wait, what?
that's just me. They aren't favourite.
Hang on. I've got the odds here
I'm
somewhere.
so
Where are
excited.
they?
I'm so
it
excited.
is-
for
it
Case's
is in
mum
my-
today.
It's in
Boston
my
Breach
multi.
paying $1.60.
Yeah, not good.
Can we load
Anyway,
Rocker?
I've got Rocker 3-1 here.
Yeah, I've got Rocker 3-0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I just
3-0.
don't see a
Well-
way where Rocker lose that map.
Yeah, I think 220 take that any day. We'll move
Um,
on to that later, but
Then we got Vancouver and Toronto. You know, the Battle of Canada.
3-0. I reckon this is where Ultra's going to be like, this is going to be where they show how good they are.
Yeah, well,
They best phased the day before, mate. They're going to have a good run in. What's good, what's not.
mate, if they beat FaZe the first day and Pistol and Surge, they're 2 already. They're looking quite easily at winners bracket for the minor. I just feel like they win probably 3-1. I'm taking Toronto.
I'm going 3-0.
I would say 3-1.
Ultra.
Yeah, 3-1 Ultra.
I think this will be really close. I'm calling Game 5, Round 11. Toronto ice up. Joey D wallbang shitter. Some weird shit and he's gonna win the game.
Love the wall bang.
I love Jordie in the clutch situation.
Yeah.
And to round off the second day's COD, we have the Thieves and Cloud9.
potential banger.
I feel like it's going to be a 3-map series, but I feel like it's like a 250, 220, 6-4, 3-2. Thieves are going to win 3-0.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
Sorry, Casey, go.
I agree with you, Stan. I'm going 3-0 here. Stank.
I'm gonna go 3-1. I reckon Cloud9 will take a map. I don't know where. Couldn't pick which one, but they might take one. Actually, no. Go 3-0. The more I think about it, the less confident I got with it. So 3-0.
I just feel
I'm going.
like, yeah,
I'm
it's
going 3-1.
3-1. Yeah, it's fair.
Yep.
Then we get to the last day of this week. We got Genomates and Royal Ravens. I feel like this is going to be a pretty good game.
It'll be interesting. Feel like we're gonna know a lot more after the first 2 days.
Yeah.
But on paper now, like as I said, I'm quite confident. I think LA is gonna be all right this year. So I think they'll probably take it. Maybe like a 3-2.
Yeah, agreed. 3-2 for me.
Be a
Going
close
to
series.
LAG.
Sorry, Jord. I
No,
think this will be
all
a close series. Odds are really close, but I'm going to go Carolina Royal Ravens. I don't know why. Don't ask me to elaborate because I literally don't. But I've got no idea. But I just don't like how Skies and Kismet really were pretty much ball and chaining Hydra last year. So I reckon Carolina feeling like Tej. Get on them 3-1.
Yeah, I agree too. I was literally going to say the same thing. I feel like Carolina win this one and do it reasonably comfortably, 3-1. They probably lose. You know, I feel like they've just got the extra bit of firepower with Viv and Gwyn, then Skies and Kiz. So I just feel like they're just outgun them more than outplay them, especially early on in the year. Then we move on to Miami and Vancouver. This is another interesting one with Miami playing out of Dallas this year, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be like a Denverish server. It's not going to be as much ping tool cheese. It's going to be interesting. I feel like it's going to come down to the subs. Whoever probably plays better out of 04 or out probably win the series. It's really a toss of a coin in my head. I really don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I really don't like Vancouver.
Yeah,
Like,
I haven't liked the
there's
surge since
something
October.
about it that I just don't like. I think Miami will take this. Probably it'll be close. It'll probably be like a 3-2, but I think Miami will get over the line.
Yeah,
Do you reckon it's lack of leadership, Stank?
I think so.
Like
To be
a
honest.
lack of a
Same.
clear mind, someone where they're in the shit, and someone you got no like a coach can't tell you what to do midway through a game.
Yeah.
So it's like,
No.
is there a player that we'll be able to stand up and go, this is what we need to do, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Well,
we've
look
got
at them, they're
four
very
very
young
inexperienced players.
yeah, except for Nasty's been there and done it. But he's still not like that much.
He's
of
never
a
been a
leader.
leader.
Yeah, he's not really a leader. Where you got 04 who's like half a year in, the Bruiser who's a year in, Hicksy who's half a year in, and Natty a year in challenges.
Yeah. It's just
In
not-
saying that, I'm going Surge to win.
Well, I'm going Miami 3-1.
Yeah, I'll go Miami 3-2.
Jordie.
I would go 3-2, going to Vancouver.
I got 3-1, so should have said that.
Okay, now we got Cloud9 and Optic.
This will be a good game.
Should be a good game. 2 games to round out this day will be unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
great.
Texas just be too strong. 3-1.
I think Cloud9 might take this. I think it'll be close. Yeah, probably a 3-2, I reckon, Cloud9.
Jordie?
I've got Optic pretty comfortably, I think.
Yeah.
To Rio.
Sorry. Jordie?
On pink.
I would probably go Optic winning by 3-2.
Fair enough. Okay.
I feel like early
then-
games, I might just get a bit nervous. Who knows?
We get to the banger, and I'm going to start with my hot take of the week. So I picked Thieves to smoke Cloud9 3-0. I picked FaZe to lose, but Game 5, Simp takeover, FaZe will win it Game 5.
I think that's a bad take. I think, yeah, this is obviously the game where most anticipated, and obviously the CDL have done well to put it on the absolute last time slot of the week. I think FaZe take this one as well. They all know each other. They've played the same last year. This new Thieves team might get a bit nervous, or not nervous, but not sure how to gel. The maps don't really. We'll get into that later, but the maps don't really help their case, or anyone's case. To be fair, they're all fucking shit.
Yeah, there's a good map that come out today.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, I guess. But yeah, I got FaZe 3-1.
Alright, I'm gonna give you an actual hot take. Thieves 3-0.
Cool.
I reckon Scrap and Hydra are gonna come out like an absolute freight train. I feel like they're gonna love playing against FaZe all year, and I reckon the Thieves are gonna be FaZe's bogey team this year.
I agree with that too, but I feel like they lose the first one. I feel like FaZe get a bit upset after losing first game at 5, and they come and win second game at 5.
Rap still hasn't lost to Draza in the CDL era yet, so
That's
there's
interesting.
a good one for you.
That
I don't think it's gonna change.
Jordie, round us out.
FaZe 3-0.
Okay.
Light work.
So we're going to end off with a few questions and a bit of a chat. But before then, we're going to quickly look at our fantasy. So we have a Passion Fruit draft. And we're going to look at the first week. So week 1, I play Lewis. Oh no. Yeah, I play Lewis. Who do you play,
How do you
Kez?
get the whole fixture up? I know I played Jack.
Yeah, you played Jack.
Oh, it's kind of just a
I thought I was
draft.
playing you, cunt.
I thought I was playing you too, but apparently not.
Yeah, the fuck, it's all changed.
That's
Yeah,
upcoming.
easy.
Change it.
Oh.
Easy, Mac.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
So it's
Go into a team, or draft. And show the whole
Hugh
draft.
versus Jack,
So,
Stearns versus Lewis, Jordie versus BJ, I'm versus Case, and
Good change.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, what the
Change.
fuck?
What? I was versing Hugh.
So I've
Go
got
on to
a
draft then.
Sib G. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna draft.
yeah,
So
let's get the draft up and then it'll show like the orders and stuff.
so I've got a BZ, Sib, Gio, and Real, and I'm playing Louis up first. He's got Scrap. Damn, I could be in trouble here. LA Thieves could have a good first week, and then he's got Gentle Mates.
Lewis's teams are relying very heavily on LAD. If they're
LA,
shit, he's in trouble.
He's just relying on LA in general.
Other than that, scrapping him away,
who have you got,
there's
Jayden?
gonna do business. I've got
Who are you playing?
start off with Ghosty, Pred, Beans, which makes me sick. Lins. And I've got Paulie as
Who are you playing?
my reserve. I'm playing Case this week.
Oh,
So a
okay.
little-
Simp,
a
Boozer,
little Loadout
JD, and
flash.
Attach.
I think Jayden's got the best team in this draft. Ghosty and Pred and Beans are a pretty good big three. Apart from Ripper, maybe with Dashy and Draza.
If Mac plays well, yeah.
I'm trying to think who else has got a good side. I think
I don't mind BJ's team. He's got some Hydra, Gwyn, nasty insight.
Jordie's
the way-
team too, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
Geordie's
way that
team.
works is cats, so there's categories depending on heal time, kills per 10, S&D plants, diffusers, kills per 10, opening dual win percentage, all that jazz. So getting a good spread of like entry sub, like heal time, AR. So I think Ripper's done really well here with Dashy, Draza, and then he's got the S&D kids in 04 and Mac and Tej. So
But
he'd
Geordie's
be
team's
my favourite
actually
to win.
cracked. Celium, Kenny, Kremp, Nero, Estrel.
Very good team. Just quickly as well, I think I'm gonna have to like when Tat slot I'm getting Pred's DMs, get some heal time out of him, mate. Like
Can we talk about
You
Hughes?
might just have to chalk
Can we
it.
talk about Hughes changes?
You scroll over to the right a little bit.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Yeah.
Hugh had Vickle first, brought in Fame, then brought in Slasher. How's he got? He's still got Vickle in his thing here, apparently.
That's
You've
just
got
who he
who have you,
drafted.
mate?
Oh,
That's
that's
not his
just-
You've
team.
assessed him.
That's just who he's drafted. Also a big thing to note on this is champs is the finals, so
Yeah.
you want to pick teams or players that will make champs.
Make
So
champs.
if you've got players that are on Boston or Minnesota, you could be fucked.
Yeah, I've got Gio and Real.
Which is why if you see on the right, I've picked up Snoopy and then realised, fuck, I don't really
Yeah,
want him
you
because
got
he's not going to make
Rancor.
champs. So, and then with the team, there's only there's 8 teams of 4, so that's 32 players, and only 32 players go to champs. So, if you've got 5 players that go to champs on your
Yeah,
field
you're
or on
fucking
your
someone
team,
over, aren't you?
you're fucking someone else up. So
Yeah.
that's the way I think. So
I've just
you
brought
got to be
Hook in
strategic
because
about
Hook's
it.
gonna be the goat.
You got to make the finals, but you also got to make players that are going to play champs.
Might made to put Paul X in the bin.
Oh, matchups are not being generated. We're aware of this issue.
Oh. So maybe I am bursting Jack.
Maybe
it
we are
was
playing with,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, so that might be the original ones we had.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, cool. That'd be
Okay.
that'd be some good
Good.
fun, I reckon. It'd be an extra layer for us to get excited about while we're watching. Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Okay,
now?
so
Yeah,
we're going to
maps.
talk about some maps. A couple of
Let's
questions.
talk about the game in general.
Yeah. So obviously we all play ranked. All our boys play ranked. And today there was a bit of an update. You know, Crig gone, XM4
Woohoo.
gone, Model L gone, Saw gone. So it's pretty much a 2-gun meta. Jackal Gaming.
Again.
It's how it should have been at the start. Like, why
yeah.
fucking release ranked if it's just going to be completely different to what the pros play or like what anyone else is playing in challenges? Like, it just makes no
Gen-
fucking sense.
Genuinely made 0 sense. Like, why did we bother doing that? Like, what was the point?
They just released it so early, and we'll touch on as well. But the fucking hackers, mate. Like, Ricochet doesn't even work. I'm almost certain it's just a.
Mate, every anti-cheat in every other game, right? If someone's cheating, they're usually banned same day after the game or during the game. These like Ricochet doesn't ban anybody. It's from the thousands of reports coming through after 3 weeks that they finally get
And
canned.
they
Like,
can't even put a name in. Like, they can't even just,
No.
like, ban someone similar. It's just, like, done on reports and...
yeah, it's
Fucking
shocking.
Vanguard, honestly.
I don't know how they haven't like just gone away from that company yet, mate. Like it's never worked. It's I don't know. I blame Warzone, but
But
whatever.
in the handful of games we did play tonight, we come across a bunch of hackers, a bunch of people DDoSing our games, and we come
a guy
across-
using an AK.
Yeah, a guy using an AK when you can't use an AK, but sure. And then we played 2 games of Hacienda, and it was amazing.
Yeah, best time I've had on ranked. It's just
We'll touch on the maps, but yeah, I don't know why they're forcing console players especially to play with crossplay enabled.
yeah, like why?
If your anti-cheat's not going to work, and like that's the whole point of being on a console, that you can't install wall hacks. You can have aim assist and Cronus and stuff, but like that still is detected by PS5. There's bypasses and stuff, but enabling people to have spinbot and blatant walls, and you're playing against them and there's no outlet is just terrible. So
It's crazy, honestly. Like I don't know if it's such a big company with so much money, how we're still in this position after years and years. Like it's just the same story.
what do you think, Jord? Current state of COD?
After playing today, horrible.
Just
For
today?
the first,
What
for
about
the first, no, for like yeah, overall, for the first time in a few years, Control seems to be the better game mode in this game, and that's saying a lot.
We'll touch on that with the maps, but the maps with the spawns are fucking terrible. We'll
Who's
individually
bad?
select what maps are terrible, but and like why we're just
Yeah.
spawning out randomly and like
It's
getting split
fucking
spawns and-
hot.
Yeah, overall, I don't know why the Krieg started in the game when it was already GA'd. M4, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long.
Stuns, smokes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
flashbang. Sorry, smokes. Like, what else could you run?
I'm still pissed that we GA'd snipers. Like, I know people carry on, but it's fun. Like, this is the best movement to avoid them. Like, you can slide out the way, you can slide either side.
Yeah, like just saying as well, like I think Jack said it before when we were playing. I think this game's probably going to be like up there with the better CODs by like Major 3 if they can give us some,
Give us some good maps.
that's it. Like I feel like the movement's definitely a breath of fresh air, I think. But um, but yeah, at the moment it's just very repetitive
Jordie, fuck.
and
The map.
the map
Um,
that's got me.
so I was the biggest, I'm gonna say, I was the biggest Vault, like, I don't even know the word. I was the biggest, like, supporter of Vault to start with. And I said it was gonna be a good map. And I don't even know if I like Vault anymore.
I'm gonna cut in. I want to agree. The one and only time I'll agree with Parasite. That map is horrible.
Yeah, I don't even like it anymore. It's fucking
So bad.
horrendous.
I disagree. I don't understand how you fucking hate it.
It's,
Map is horrible.
The only reason you like it is because of the best of shit.
Yeah. I'd rather play that than most of the maps in the game.
Yeah,
At least the sub, I'm allowed to run around bottom, middle, or even P1, and then you can flank cat stairs. Like you can do
Mate, you
lots of
haven't had
stuff.
the
As
dope
a,
of
as a
playing
sub.
Hacienda yet.
I'd agree with that though. Like I would prefer to play that than I think every other map apart from 2.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like I don't disagree with that, but it's only because of the best of shit. Like the dope I had today, just knowing that we were like blocking a spawn on Hacienda and knowing where they'd spawn, just made the game so much better.
Yeah, like I don't think you played it yet, have you, Case?
I haven't played Hacienda.
No,
I'm a
it's-
big BO4 fan either, so.
It's just crazy, mate. Like it feels so good. Like it feels like it's a proper map and it's no shitty fucking cheese happening, and it just plays how a map should.
I can imagine with tac sprint decks, for the fast mantling, it might be like pretty quick paced. And there's no real there is power spots, but you can definitely get around them, and subs can definitely be in your face with them. So, yeah, I think it'd be really good. I'm not sure how the doors work.
the doors aren't that bad.
In this game.
The doors aren't
and,
that bad. Yeah.
especially with tac sprint, like you can like the map will just play really good, I think, and I think that it goes to all BO4 maps that are
Mate,
expected
Frequency and
to come back in.
Arsenal, if they were in this game, mate, this game would be unbelievable.
It's generally sad we have to say that though.
Yeah, it is.
Like, there was so much hope at the start of this COD when they were saying we're going to release this many maps on launch, and look where we are now. We want to play 2.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Do you want to run through the maps individually, Stands, we can talk about them, or
Yeah,
like
Phil.
how do you want to?
Yeah, just go through the rank set.
We'll start with Vault. We've already talked about it a little bit. It feels pretty nice. Control gets a bit squiff. That P4 on Vault is fucked. The spawns get a bit squiff.
It's in the house, back corner.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sticky though. If you get out at the back, and get a kill, I think that's when you spawn in. So you need someone anchoring that. It's not like if someone's in art, like you're gonna spawn everyone else out. It's like if you're in the hill, and someone's back there as well with you, like you'll maintain the spawns. It's more that the fact that you can hold one side of the map for 3 hills and not get disadvantaged. So I think that's the main issue. But I think even P2 side, like you hold all the way deep, or if you're useless, like you can still spawn back there. It's more about learning how do we hold the front even, like pin them back, hold the good spawns for next, and just watch the front.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking at sort of the layout of the map now. Like just looking at the layout, it does look quite good. Just so you've got your typical sort of 3 lanes. But yeah, I think it's hard as well because I feel like every time I get hacked on, it's on Vault.
Yeah.
I think that could be part of the reason it's so
Um,
triggering. Like, it always seems to be Vault that happens on for some reason. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't love the map, but it's better than a lot of the other ones we've been gifted. So
Jordie, you got an opinion?
I think it plays really good in search. I just think the bomb sites obviously need a bit of tinkering. They moved the B bomb site, I think, which is
Yeah.
outside.
yeah, that was
Um,
fucked, mate.
I'm
Like,
not sure.
just
Yeah,
can't do
that
it
was
whenever
fucked.
you're defending, mate. Just can't fucking stop them running down through pool and planting. It's a bit
And then
shit.
control, I think it's plays pretty well too. Like you get defense side, you've got Art and top P4. So
Yeah.
and then if you
Control's
give
fine on
up, if you get 4 dead and someone's pushed up line, like your A point's pretty much gone. So it's really about navigating out the right, getting to the power spots, including Cat, and even pushing some up useless and spawning in P2. So I'd like to get your thoughts on that, George, seeing as though you don't like the map.
This is Volt, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. I think S&D plays well. Um, it's hard to say because Spawn's stuck in this game, and I think that's probably why I prefer not to play this map. But like, you could be out in like what P5 at the back, one person dies, and then you spawn in like P2 or out at P4. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too. I think if the spawns are better, this map would be like really, really good.
Anyone got an opinion on? We'll go Skyline next. Obviously.
Skyline's the best,
Yeah.
best map in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
or best,
second best now.
second best now.
Well, yeah. Well, the pros aren't playing it till week 2, I heard. So
No, they're not playing it till the minor. They have the
so-
break
oh,
over
well,
Christmas and
there
then
you
they'll
go.
scrim it.
Yeah.
So this is definitely
Um,
the best map, and I think it's going to be the
Most
map
played
that the
over the
pros
weekend.
want to play the most.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
I just think it just plays like a traditional, like you got top cat and top bed and stuff, but I think like that gives it another dimension. Like it makes you able to hit routes easier. You can hit the underground. Thanks, Jord. You can hit the underground route as well, which and then if you do that and don't get a kill, you've wasted 20 seconds for your team. So
Yeah.
boom.
Alright, we're all pretty happy with Skyline, Jordie.
Yeah,
got anything
honestly,
on?
it's when I played this on the beta, man, I was like, we're in for a good COD. And then, yeah, but whatever.
This and Derelict I liked, but obviously Derelict's not a
Nah,
would be a terrible
yeah, horrible
competitive map,
competitive
but I liked it. I played a bit of the beta, so
Anything on Skyline, Jordie?
I don't mind Skyline, but it's a bit of a bang out map. Like Jackal, like 8 Jackals, maybe 1 Krig. But yeah,
Amos.
it's okay. Well, yeah, now Amos.
We'll go to Protocol next. I fucking despise this map now. I just think it's
fucking hate
just
it, mate.
camp warfare. It's just when we get search, it's just bang out the bottom. I know it's just
at the end of the day, you can hold the whole map with 2 people.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
And the most frustrating thing about this map, though,
Oh,
Is
it's
the
meant to be
fucking
based
spawns.
on raid. That's the worst thing.
that the spawns are so bad on this map, mate. Like, it's horrible. Like, every time I play this, it's just generally a bad time because you just don't know where anyone will be at any time. They could spawn either side of you, and you could be the ham in the middle of the sandwich.
It's also the fact that you could be like top P3, and then someone can zip all the way down, run the bottom and zip all the way up in about 5 seconds, and you've already flipped the map like that. Like I
Yeah.
think that's fucking absolutely absurd that you can do that.
It's shocking.
You,
Like,
you,
it's
yeah, so I reckon from dropping down spiral, running over to the zip, you're already in top grannies or
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow,
top
Ben.
blue in 6 seconds if you're with a sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you've got an
I'll buy
AI, you can
Jordie
look
a
over the
cam
whole map
too.
as well. Like
I'll buy
it's
Jordie a
just
cam
it's
for the
ludicrous.
loadout.
It's crazy. Yeah, I think this is probably my least favorite map.
Yeah.
I don't mind it in control.
Yeah, controls not too bad
Um,
on it.
Because the spawns are readable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny
Yeah,
that.
it-
The
it
spawns are
literally-
readable
In
and we can play
hardpoint, they're
it.
not though.
You kill 4 and you know where they're going to spawn. You know, like they're not going to be split
Yep.
spawns
And
or.
if you pushed up their spawn, they're gonna spawn. Like if you pushed up cobble, they spawn helicopters. Push up helicopter, they spawn cobble. Like it's pretty much a fundamental good map for control. I think the points are for gaze, but again, if you get 4 down, like you're pretty much fucked.
Like again though, like do you reckon once they like figure out and fix the spawns in a better way, do you reckon this map will generally play a lot better?
Are they gonna fix the spawns?
I don't know. I don't think I've heard anything, but I like the more I think about it, I feel like if the spawns were like a lot better, the map would probably play really well in all 3 game modes.
Honestly, if I'm going to be honest, Jayden, I reckon there'll be a remastered map taking its place before they fix the spawn.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
The other map we got is Rewind.
Shouldn't be in the game.
Just what do I want to say about that?
They got rid of control, unplayable. S&D is unplayable too. And rewind hardpoint is just fucking mate.
S&D defense is like near impossible. No, offense,
It's
sorry.
shit.
Offense.
It's just shit.
Yeah, I'd agree. And there's just so much stuff to look in at P1. Like you got to look the left side. They can be laying down underneath underneath the desks at P1. They can be booked. They can be looking hole. They can be fucking laundry. Like there's so many spots that you have to check. And if you run out there and die, you're pretty much fucking solid. Like
It's impossible.
it's so hard to see. Like it hurts my eyes playing the fucking map.
Yeah,
I'd
there's
rather
nothing
just sit
worse.
burger and fucking have a hamburger.
There's genuinely nothing worse when you're like stuck in a 1v3 situation on search and you've got to try and navigate where to go. Like, you know, it's impossible. They could be literally fucking anywhere.
This wasn't a good map out of the 4 beta maps. Like this
No.
this is the worst beta map, and we're fucking still playing it. Like
100%. Yeah, like how's it in ranked play?
How do you think? And then we got Red Card, which is like, who knows? We've hardly played it. It just gets banned all the time.
we're not
It's
the only
shit,
ones that haven't
mate.
played either.
There's a reason we've hardly played it, and we all know what that is because it's trash.
To be
It-
fair,
it
I don't
looked
even
like-
want Surge on it. Surge isn't too bad on it, but
Like we knew Red Car was going to be trash before we played it. Like, remember, as soon as you get that map layout, you're like, yeah, it's going to be horrible. Like, it's like, I know it was said pre-COD that it literally genuinely looks like the cutout of a Warzone map, and it literally does. Like,
It's made
You
by
kinda-
AI. It
Horrible.
has to be.
100%. Like,
AI,
you literally,
like with the fucking stadium map, but can make it like a stadium, but Black Ops 6. I don't fucking know what they put in, but it's literally just generally like what Verdansk did with the fucking stadium, just a big round thing. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll chuck some shit in. That's what it is. Like,
yeah, like the shape of it makes no sense for a COD multiplayer map. Like, it genuinely doesn't.
and then obviously Hacienda is just tiers above everything. It's great. Spawns work well. Game plays well.
I think you've got rose tinted glasses on, but
No, trust me. The wait till you play.
you're
it,
a
get the dope.
BO4 stan, mate. You love it.
Yeah, the dope is great. We had a question here from Keno earlier while we're just chatting.
Also, can I talk about search? Like, why the fuck
Yeah.
is there like a spectator bug where you can hear everything? If like you may as well just die, play 3v4, and like the teammate spectating can hear every single person's step, like they don't have ninja.
Horrible.
And also the ninja glitch. If you don't change your class every time,
Yeah.
ninja just doesn't work. Like,
Yeah, and that's been there since day one too.
yeah.
Like, how's that not fixed?
And you can stretch bombs too. You can slide from the bomb and plant it, and it goes to Narnia, or the last known place that you stood on, like solid. If you plant the bomb, that's where the bomb will show. So on Vault, I think it is. If you're in the pool and run into the bomb site, and plant the bomb will show that that's out near the pool. So person can just go back P2, look, and it won't show, like, that's not where you defuse the bomb. But if they pick up the bomb, that bomb goes away, so you'll know when they're on it. So like, just fucking forgays.
That is kind of fun.
It's shocking. I feel like
Those glitches, by the way, have been in the game since the start, and I have no idea how they're still in the game.
literally day one for one of their competitive modes, they've just not fixed. Like, cool.
Makes zero sense.
Yeah.
It makes search so hard to play. Like, it's like when they had the glitch in MDub where if you plant the bomb or defusing, it comes up with like you're defusing. Like, That shit, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't patched straight away, but it had to be patched because it just ruins the game mode. Like,
Yeah,
and
100%.
that's what this is doing. I feel like, especially with the spectator shit. Like, you can just get someone, or like even get a, even if you want a coach in there and just like Codcaster, like your matches, he'll be able to hear everything too. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to a couple of questions that we had. Keno asks, what specific qualities or habits do you think sets the best Call of Duty players apart from the rest of the competition? And how do these traits influence their success in both individual matches and team dynamic?
want to start us off, Ern?
What separates the best players from the rest? Reflexes, gunny, knowledge of the game,
For those who don't know, what's gunny?
just being able to fucking get your gun up and shoot quicker than them and hit your shots. You got better gunny than them. Being able to know spawns, know timings, things like you get there quicker than this person, where you get to faster, how everything works, and I suppose just having that ability to process in quick time situations that just set you apart from other people. Like knowing where to be, what to do, have a cool head on you, that sort of stuff.
Honestly, I think that like what Stern just said, they're pretty basic skills, and if you're a COD pro, that you should know spawns, like you should know
Well, these cunts
what
play
to
like
do.
fucking 9 hours a day, so they should
So
know.
I don't think that separates them in terms of, I think it's more knowing when to hit hills, knowing what routes to take, knowing where your teammates are, and therefore this is where you need to be, or like pretty much predicting with a bird's eye view. Okay, this is where the enemy is going to be. This is where I have to be to counter them, or my teammates have already pushed this, so I'm going to clear this instead. Like I think that's what sets them out. Not really like gunny or anything. Showing how straight you shoot, because everyone would shoot straight. They're a pro.
Yeah.
And they've been playing the game for years. So I think that's what really sets them apart. I'd like to know what the rest of you boys think.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the better you can read the game, the better a player you'll probably be. And obviously, what you said, like running, certain routes and knowing when to run those routes as well is also a really big thing. I think by far the most important aspect is being able to read the game and sort of being able to predict what's going to happen before it happens, because you're always going to have the edge if you're doing that. So,
Have that ice,
and
baby.
in the modern day as well, the better you can fucking move too.
I think movement's a big aspect to this
Yeah.
game too. I didn't add that. You see, like even when the pros, if they're sniping, they'll like look away, do shots, because they just know like the player could be there. They could run this right now. They know the timing for that. So, or that like they're pre-aiming stuff where, and it generally looks like they're hacking. Like they're pre-aiming stuff where it's like, oh, they're there every time. Like they just know. They look at the kill feed and go, okay, this person's just died. He's gonna respawn in 10 seconds. He's gonna run bottom bed on Skyline, for example, and I'm holding P1. Like
Big. It's huge.
they just know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
they make the game look playable. Like just they make it look so easy.
I
Oh,
bow
gee,
down to
baby.
them, mate, honestly.
It's like they've got wall wax.
Yeah.
The Shire.
Yeah, no, it was really funny. I was talking to someone the other day that doesn't watch a lot of COD, and he's like, played a little bit this year, and he was like, why do the pros not have recoil? And I was like, they do, mate. They just know how to control the guns better than everybody else. So, and that's why they're a pro.
Jordie, what do you reckon?
I just want to pick up on someone bringing up on having ice. I think what stands out from other players is who has the ice bath before the game. I think those players who have the ice bath after the game probably stand out more than those who would have before games. That's just my personal opinion.
Fair enough.
Oh, fuck up.
Any other
that's
questions? I know
ropey.
Ben Cam wanted Case to give a tier list of the players in the passion pit.
We're doing a
The passion pit. Oh, in our boys.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give? Do you want me to give a tier list?
That's what Ben
Are we-
wanted.
All right, before
Are
we
we
get
doing
started,
cases? Are we doing cases
I'll
multi?
I'll place myself in Vegas.
Yeah, we're doing my multi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cases moldy.
go on.
Yeah,
Give
we
us
go,
your
yeah.
multi.
All right.
Fucking Tina get out of ChatGPT.
Yeah, what is with the key?
Yeah. It's not too bad. They give good questions. Right, so my multi. I don't know whether I want to go 3 legs or 4 legs and like what odds I want, but I've gone relatively cool, calm, and collected here. So on the Sunday, I've skipped all the Saturday. There's not really any juice. Minnesota Rocker $3 and like is pretty good, but like Optic are playing Boston less than $1.10, Carolina less than $1.10, and FaZe are playing Toronto. And I think that might be closer than what we think. Even though I have FaZe winning 3-0, I think I said. But on the Sunday, I really like Minnesota Rocker against the Boston. We said it earlier on the show. I'm not sure how Rocker aren't favourite here. Boston are, I think, clear 11th. I like how Rocker played. They wouldn't have scrimmed Boston, so I don't think Boston would have any idea of what, or they wouldn't have scrimmed in the last 2 weeks at least. I don't think they've got any idea of how they want to play and what they're doing. So I like Rocker at the $2.20. I'd like to get your boys' thoughts on that too.
Yeah, I
I just
love
think
Rocker at 220. That's
Pencil in, mate. Like, absolute gimme.
Keen
Uh,
eating an onion has to be the funniest thing I've seen today.
And then on to the next game, I've got Toronto Ultra to standalone win against Vancouver. So that's $1.30, but I think Toronto Ultra get that done.
Yeah.
And then I'm also on the next game on Sunday too with LA Thieves -1.5 against Cloud9, $1.50. So yeah, I think LA Thieves will take the cake here. If you think it's going to go over 3.5 maps, that's also $1.50. So I don't mind that either. But I think LA Thieves 3-0 or 3-1 here would be too good for the new Cloud9 roster. What do we reckon?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
agree with all 3 of those.
And I'm not sure if I want to add another leg or not. So that comes out to about $4.50. Just for those 3 legs. So like pretty good considering. But yeah, as you said earlier, Jordan, Jayden, Miami Heretics are not favourite against Vancouver Surge either. So on the Monday, Vancouver about $1.60, Heretics about $2.30. So
Jesus.
if you like the Heretics there, you can go them, or even 1.5 $1.60 as well.
Definitely some value there. I feel like it should be a lot closer to even.
Definitely. I think I'll just go those 3, $4.50. As always, gamble responsibly, but
Thanks,
I'll
Nathan
be
Brown.
loading up. I think that's pretty good. So
Yeah, I like that.
taking that to the bank. And yeah, we'll let you know how it goes.
Next
The
week.
boy's pretty confident. I think the only really risky leg there is Rocker, but if they come out like they have been playing, and they're definitely a better team than Breach, I think so.
Yeah, 100%.
Keno just asked, who would be a good team support for someone who hasn't got a team?
Thieves, mate. Do you want it done?
Vegas.
I would say like
Vegas unreal team.
someone like Cloud9 or something. Go to something different. See what they can give. Maybe Ultra. Unless you want to go a big 3 and just fucking pick them out of the hat.
Yeah, if you did want to go someone that's like top 3, maybe like a personally maybe like a C9 or like a LAG or
Gotta go Ultra. Ultra's the team.
Ultra, yeah.
I'd be going C9. I'm a really big fan of Sib.
Yeah, Sim's a freak.
Given the
since
touch,
FaZe,
really.
since FaZe Academy, he's been pretty good. He had a little hiccup, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, we got through.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, well.
Being homophobe, so that's why we like him.
Wow.
It's gonna be interesting. Who do you reckon's gonna have the biggest rivalry / like beef this year that isn't
think I
Draz or Scrap?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think I
is
said it before. Optic and Thieves, mate. They're going to be at each other all year.
Yeah. I feel like Pred being the Aussie, he's gonna always talk shit no matter what. He might still go for fucking the Heretics boys, but you just don't know.
I think there's a bit of like they've gotten a bit better with Shotzi was teamed with Lucky, I think, in one of the switcheroos. So and they ended up getting the win too, which is very surprising considering there were
Yeah.
some absolute super teams.
with Beans and Cramp.
Yeah, that's it. Marcel, Skadoosh.
Um, did anyone watch the game chat with Optic that come out today?
Today, I haven't seen today's, but I've watched
So
every
there's-
single other one.
There's a good question that I had. If you had to pick
Rightio.
any CDL player to go talk to aliens with an alien invasion to save the planet, who would you send?
I'm sending Scrap.
Well, you just
He's a
mouth at him and then
moron.
get us killed.
He's a moron.
They
Him or Sib?
Pred was like, "I'll go," and then they're like, "Nah, we'll die."
Maybe
they
maybe
said
a touch.
they said Brinkor in the end because he's got that high pitched voice, and they'll just laugh at him.
Fuck.
Good question.
What'd you say, Jord? Attach.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
if you want like something like a serious answer, maybe like Flasher or Attach, or maybe even like Envoy, maybe.
Ghosty would just get him higher.
Yeah.
And I reckon send Beans just in case it's a bad vibe. We can test it out.
You
Sacrifice, even.
Mate, I don't understand how you hate him so much. You've
I
drafted
go
him,
for Optic, mate. You have to understand exactly why I don't like him.
and then you've drafted him, so you're gonna have to
Yeah,
watch him
well-
all year.
I'm
Good.
not gonna let a bit of hate discourage him having a good team.
Good pick in the third round, by the way.
Yeah, bloody oath. Like,
Unbelievable.
I shouldn't have got him where I got him. Just quietly.
And then I've got one more question. If you could make the best team, except for the top 3, who would the 4 players you'd pick?
Ultra.
What, just the whole
You're
Ultra
picking
team?
just the Ultra squad.
Nah, they got a good base
Okay.
though.
I like a lot of C9's team. Yeah,
Out of the sub duo from Ultra, I'd have Sib and who's in the AR?
We're from Ultra. Fucking hell.
What, Kleenex and Jodie? And then I'd have Sib and I don't know who in the AR. Probably like a slasher or something.
Yeah. Yuck. That team is fucking getting ran.
Okay, let's go, Case.
I'm picking Mac. Picking Mac, Cramp, Sib, and Attach.
oh,
Nah,
yeah.
kidding.
I like Cramp.
So you
Yeah,
wouldn't put
Chris-
any of the Ultra players on
No,
C9?
I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm going. Can you come back to me? I want to think of it.
Alright.
You're up.
Jordie or Jayden?
I'm
Uh,
in the same boat as you, Stones. Honestly, very like I don't know about Slasher, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of another AR.
Maybe. Yeah. So Kleenex Insight. Maybe. Sib. And. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. I can't think of another one. AR, maybe.
You like Slasher?
Yeah, go Slasher.
Right. I'm going. P Dog and Beans.
You haven't
Don't
picked
give a.
Sib.
Oh, I'm picking Sib. Yeah. P Dog and Sib. Sorry. Sib has to be in there. I'm putting P Dog on the sub. I'm playing Beans as well,
Okay.
and I'm going. Who's a good sub? Joey D. Bang. Fuck Kleenex.
Fair enough.
Good Insight. Eric?
go like
He's a fucking
Cramp.
statue, mate. He'd be good in Australia. Statue.
I can't just go Cramp, Kleenex, Joe, and Siv, and fuck having a second AR.
You could.
Wait, who'd you say?
Kleenex, Joe, Cramp, and Sib, and fuck having a second day.
That's
out.
actually a good team.
Well,
I
it,
think
it,
Isn't
is,
it?
it
that
is Jackal Warfare, so
Yeah,
not even. I reckon Kremp will run is good on AR. Like
yeah,
he can run it.
is.
yeah.
He's literally frying. Like, I was watching that 8s game the other day, and he dropped like 60 and was going off his dick.
Good question, Ern. I like that.
Yeah.
I think if you pick a worst 4 team, not out of Vegas, Boston, and Rocker, what is the worst 4 team you could pick?
Like, who's not making champs?
Yeah, like pick the worst players out of them, but not those
The
3
Vegas,
not those 3 teams I just said,
Vegas, Boston, and who?
and Rocker.
So pick the next 4 worst.
Yeah, like players in a team.
Oh. Okay, I know what you mean.
So like pick the worst team out of not the bottom 3 teams.
Medals,
Hickey, Nasty.
Medals, Hixie, Skies, Kiz.
Geo.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
My bad.
It's always fair.
That's a chance MVP right there.
I'd say Hicksy, Nasty, and 2 others. I don't know who, but
No, Nasty's not.
ARs, Geo, Paul X. Oh wait.
You already said not them. You
Yeah. It's my fault too.
It was your question.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wait, you need an AI and a sub.
maybe
I'm going Hixie and Nasty as well. They're both fucking.
Nasty's
I
better
agree
than
with those
fucking
two.
half of
Bring back
Fucking
Gizmo.
then who?
fucking Skies.
But no, he's not.
Last year he was.
What?
Fuck yeah, he was. Skies was
No
rubbish
way.
last year.
Nasty got fucking carried last year.
Skies won a chip, you fucking idiot.
He didn't win a chip. Hydra won the chip. Sib won
Clutch
the
just
chip.
find the league, mate. Fucking have some respect.
Let's round this up. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I was about to say. Speaking of the first episode, we'll be back hopefully next week. Go
Good
through the
review.
matches and go through the next week's matches after that. See how our draft went. See how our predictions went.
See how the multi went.
We're gonna try to do this weekly or
Yeah, hopefully.
Do it whenever. Just chat shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, be cool to just
Even
have,
if
like,
it's
a
even
review of
2
the
weekly or
weekend.
whatever, and we just talk about 2 weeks, whatever.
Thanks,
Right,
Dan.
boys.
This is really good. I liked it. I reckon it was good fun.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
good fun.
yeah,
You know, you'll get Lou in here and BJ through a couple of times.
Give it 5 big booms.
But thanks everyone for watching. It will be up on YouTube probably tomorrow when I can be fucked.
Easy.
But yeah, peace out. That's the loadout.
Peace.
We'll see you next time.
Peace the fuck out.